Yo, what's up everybody? It's Keaton here today doing a masked hero or hero deck profile. I don't really like how they change everything to masks, but overall I still love heroes. I've always liked the deck, I just never wanted to pay money to invest in it because it wasn't a tiered deck from the time I've been playing. But now it's actually very affordable. I went ahead and picked up 3 structure decks, threw it together. Everything in the main deck is from the structure deck except for 4 cards, which I will point out, and I will tell you a few cards that you could throw in just to swap them out if you don't have them already. The extra deck is kind of incomplete, so you could call this a rough draft of masked heroes, but yeah, this is still a pretty good build. I think it could I think it's very consistent. It almost never draws bad. Yeah, let's just go and get into it. First, we are playing 3 Shadow Mist. This is the new Stratos. Since Stratos is limited, or banned, sorry. I guess they just decided to throw this out there to mess with everybody. So basically when it's special summoned, you can only activate 1 Invis effects once per turn, and only once that turn. The first effect is when he's special summoned by anyways, you can add a mask change card from your deck to your hand. Now this is good because it replaces the Stratos effect, but it also has a secondary effect which when it goes to the graveyard, you can add any hero monster from your deck to your hand. So in a sense it's 2 Stratos effects in 1, it's just not when it's actually summoned. So still an amazing card. If you're not running 3, or not even considering running 3, then just go ahead and click away from the video. 3 Alias. This card was good ever since it's been a hero card. It's a 19 beater, it's a light, it's a target for Koga, which this deck actually plays, and you could also make the Shining with it. You could play Gemini Spark. I just think that it'll tone down the consistency in the deck. But yeah, it's still a pretty good card. 3 Bubbleman. If you're not playing 3, then it's gonna be very inconsistent. If you top deck this card, it's probably amazing. You're probably gonna be laughing your ass off. It's like, oh my god, out of all the cards in the deck, I top decked this one. Or if you draw like a Rhoda or something to get it, and then you special summon it +2, it's just pretty good. Also, a special summon if you control no other, or if you have no cards in your hand besides him effect. It's also pretty good to go for Exceed plays. You could also set normal spells and then activate them after you special them and activate the effect, such as Mass Change or that other card, that Miracle Fusion. Yeah. And finally for the monsters, 2 Summoner Monk. This just has, Summoner Monk just has a lot of versatility when it comes to Shadow Mist and then getting the effect off, and you initially +1. No matter what, if you get Shadow Mist's effect off at least once, one of the other effects, then you +1. We play a total of 11 monsters, so very slim count, but you always will have one on field, most of the time. Now for spells, I think it's 26. Don't quote me on that. This is a 40 card deck the last time I checked. 3 Mass Change, best card in the deck. Just gives you a free Dark Law or any mask hero that you need. Yeah, it's just probably the best card in the deck. The main card that you want to search with Shadow Mist, yeah. 2 Mass Change 2. I didn't like this card at first because you had to discard, but then when I realized that a lot of the cards are kind of dead in your hand most of the time, kind of like Miracle Fusion, Hero Lives, stuff like that, possibly Rhoda or E-Call, or even MST if your opponent doesn't play like a back row deck, kind of like Shadal's. It's pretty good, and you could also pretty much go into anything with it. And you don't have to use a hero monster, so you can use Summoner Monk or yeah, something like that. Or if for some reason you were playing a Synchro, but this deck does not play Synchros. So 2 Mass Change 2, 3 Mass Chain or Mask Charge, sorry, Basically, you activate it, you add one of these cards and a hero, and yeah, so you +1 from the grave. 3 Miracle Fusion. I actually like this card. It's really good with Bubbleman because you can set this card and then special Bubbleman and activate it using Bubbleman and another hero from your graveyard. So yeah, I just really like it. And then they changed the effect, like they kind of made it smaller on the text. 2 Hero Lives. I told myself I wasn't going to play this card, but it's actually a really good card when it comes to discard outlets with Summoner Monk and the Mass Change 2. And even if you just draw it for turn and your opponent doesn't, like you're very low on life points, like maybe like 200, activate it, pay 1,000 life points to special monster within deck. You can special Shadow Mist, make a Dark Claw, and then possibly attack for game, depending on the situation. So 2 Hero Lives, 3 E-Call, and 3 Rhoda. I kind of wanted to put these on the screen at the same time because they basically do the same thing. This can search everything in the deck except for Summoner Monk, and this can search everything in the deck. If you open up 2 of these or 1 and 1, then you're gonna open up with the and everything goes through. Then you're gonna open up with a Summoner Monk Shadow Mist play, and open up with a Mass Change for turn 2 and or turn 1 depending on the matchup. But yeah, these are very consistent cards. Just keeps the deck going. Yeah, it just helps search the deck. Makes up for shadows. 3 MST. These are 3 of the 4 cards that I actually threw into the deck that did not come in the structure deck. So yeah, if you're not playing these, then, or if you don't have access to these, then you could play either the R or the O. I don't know which one is like the MST for how many heroes you control. One of those, the R or the O, in hero. That's it for spells. Next we're going to go into traps. We got 3 Call the Haunted. I just love this with the versatility with pretty much any monster in the deck. With Summoner Monk, you can special it. Alias, I don't really know why you would special Alias, but especially Shadow Mist. Just specialing Shadow Mist is essential to the deck, just so you can get the free +1 and have a monster on the field. So, and you could call a Haunted and extra deck monsters such as Dark Law, Acid, Shining, Kago, and just other stuff that you could attack for game with and stuff like that. 2 of these the next card is a card that I've actually really grown to like. I wasn't going to play it at first. I was going to play like Upstarts and take out like a call for this, but I decided not to. But it's 2 Battleground Howling. It's a compulse and does damage to your opponent equal to their attack. So let me give you an example. So I have Shadow Mist and my opponent has a Thunder King. So they declare attack with Thunder King. I activate Battleguard Howling, and when their monster attacks one of my warriors, I target their monster, or I don't think it targets. Yeah, it targets. Okay, so I target Thunder King. They take 1900 damage because his attack is 19, and then it returns to the hand. So it's just an amazing card overall. I would like to put it at 3 if I could ever find something to take out. Possibly a Miracle Fusion or something like that, or maybe even a Hero Lives, something like that. But yeah, this card's amazing. Yeah, I'm always going to be playing this card. Next for the 1 of traps, 1 compulse, and then 1 warning. This is the second card, or the 4th card that I threw in that doesn't come in the structure deck, but I would recommend playing it to play around Denko. But if you're just going to be playing at locals, and you know that, like you know all the people there, and you know that none of them are playing Denko dolls or anything with Denko in it, then you could take this out for something else. And in replace of this, if you don't have access to it, you could play Bottomless, because it's good against Cold Forts. That's it for the main deck. It's 40 cards, and if it's not, then leave me a comment and tell me that's not 40 cards. Next for the extra deck. The extra deck is very incomplete, as I said at the beginning. This is still a rough draft. I just want to get a video out today showing you guys just the hype on my end for this deck. Yeah. So the X check is 15. I play 3 Dark Law. I probably will always play 3 Dark Law just because the macro effect and the discard effect or the banish effect from your opponent's hand is amazing against Necros. So Necros is actually a terrible matchup, or a great matchup for this deck, but Heroes is a terrible matchup for Necros. So you don't really need a side when it comes to Necros against this deck. But yeah, and Coldforts. This is an okay matchup against Coldforts, depending on if you side bottomless or if you have the warning when you need it, or the MSTs. So yeah, 3 Dark Law, and still an amazing card, like just the artwork as well. 1 Acid. I would actually recommend playing 2. And I'll probably show you all the cards I would recommend taking out at the end for the rest of the mask. So play 2 Acid, just because it's amazing with Bubbleman. Yeah. 1 Shining. I would play 2. The second I find another one, I would play a second one. So, because it works very well with Alias. So, and it also works with Kago or Kigo. I keep forgetting how to say it, but I'm having to say it right this second. So Masked Hero Kego. Let me say it right. Kogeo. I think I said it right at the beginning of the video, but it doesn't matter. This card is basically a light target for Alias. It gains 500 attack for each monster your opponent controls. So if they control at least 1 monster, he's already a 3k beater, so that's amazing. He's at 25 by default, and you can banish, I think it's just 1, but yeah, just 1 hero monster from your graveyard, any hero, and target 1 monster your opponent controls, and until the end of the turn, it loses as much attack as the banished hero. So it's an amazing card. I really like it. It gets over a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's just a great card. And then finally for the fusions at the moment, 1 Contrast Hero Chaos. Almost never make this. Probably gonna end up taking it out for something, but it's still a pretty cool card with a good effect. Next for the Exceeds, yeah, we play 1 Blade Armor Ninja, and this is for the Warriors that I have right now. 1 Blade Armor and 1 Heroic Champion Gandiva. If you make this card in the mirror match, you'll probably win. If they don't have Regeki or Snatch Steal or something to get over it, you will most likely win. Like, I've made this card a few times against heroes on DN in the mirror match, and they just, I made it during main phase 2 after attacked, and they went to draw phase, and they had like 6 cards in hand, and they just auto scooped. So it's an amazing card. It's also good against Light Sworn, what's that? Burning Abyss. I'm not 100% if this works on Falco and Shadal's, but I don't know. And yeah, it's pretty good against Necros as well, cause the Unicorn and that other guy, I forgot what he's called. But yeah, it's an amazing card. If you're not playing it, then I don't know. 1 Castel, just bounces shit. 1 Dweller, fucks with Graveyard if you're out of, or if you don't have access to a Dark Law. 101. Yeah, this is just good to steal shit. Exciton, every deck needs a Black Rose, so why not play rank 4s and make it 1 Emerald, yeah, and then 1 Cowboy. Now let me show you all the cards in the X deck that I would actually recommend taking out and tell you the other cards I would rather put in. I would probably take out 101 and Emerald and possibly Dweller. These 3 for 2 Ab Zeros and an Acid. And then you can possibly make room for another Gaia. You could take out Contrast, or possibly even Castell. Castell is just, I just really like this card because it gets over Window once again if you don't have access to a Dark Law. And the whole deck is 4s. So you can take out one of these cards, or some of these cards for the other cards I just recommended. Let me say that one more time. The 4 cards that I'm actually going to end up putting in here most likely is Gaia, the Elemental Hero Gaia, 2 Acid, and 2 Ab Zeros. So yeah, and just for right now, these are kind of just fillers, just so I don't look like a scrub without a 15 card extra deck. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys picked up the deck today, go ahead and let me know, and leave your comments about it in the description, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.